Good morning. Good morning. Get that banner off of there and we are good. Where is it? There it is. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. All right. So about that, I had a little bit of business to take care of and I'm here. And good morning. Pecan caramel coffee this morning in my Keurig machine. We got us some Keurig pods, or at least coffee pods, that will go into our Keurig. They weren't name brand ones, but they taste delicious. Oh, butter pecan with a little bit of Italian sweet cream creamer. Delicious. Now, I have to be honest, I only got Italian sweet cream because they didn't have any French vanilla creamer. But even though I think I would like the French vanilla better, Italian sweet cream is good. Really good. Yes, indeed. Very good, as a matter of fact. Let's go see who's here. Let's go see. I see Desert Adventures in Arizona. Woohoo! Thanks for being here. I was reading your next comment. That's what the woohoo was about. Which says, I'll be doing my live out in the desert this morning, and I have a couple of special people with me, and hence the woohoo. So Steve is live. Correct me if I'm wrong. Steve is live 1 hour after me. 1 hour after me today. And if somebody wants to put that link into his live, not his channel link, but the link to his live in my chat, I will happily pin it to the top of the chat to make it easy to find for you. Let's see here. And Hawkins Family Adventures says, I have a surprise for everyone. We love surprises. There it is right there. It was already there. Let me go grab it over here on the YouTube side. And there it is right there. Let me pin it. All right. That is now pinned right to the top of that chat. All right. And there's that. Let me just do something real quick here. Okay. And got it. That is now pinned to the top of the chat. He is live 1 hour after me, out in the desert with a couple of friends this morning. Looking forward to that already. Let's see. There is me on Ava's Escapades in Art. That is our art channel. The last video that I have on there is when I painted my pumpkins for the pumpkin decorating challenge. My words are jumbled. And that was so much fun. And again, thank you everybody who participated in that. It's my favorite challenge of the entire year. If you're new here and you're not sure what I'm talking about, once a month we hold a challenge, and we'll talk a little bit more about that in just a little bit. And by the way, hi, I'm Ava. I forgot to say that. I'm Ava. This is Morning Talk with Ava, and the channel is Ava Potterfield and Friends. And I'm so happy to see all my friends in the chat. And hello to those who are watching but not in the chat. And hello to those who are watching the replay. We appreciate you all so much. Alluring Reveries with Ava. Again, that's me on another channel. That's our meditations, relaxation, something you can work to, you can watch. It's all nature based, just relaxing. Great to take a nap too. Also, I do that sometimes when I work to it. Sometimes when I'm just working and relaxing. Doug and Ava's Place. that's Doug's channel, music channel. And we play there every Tuesday night. So we'll be over there tomorrow night playing Celtic and old time music. Aegis Paranormal, again, that's one of our other channels. And I'll be live there this evening for moon gazing Monday. And that is where we share our moon photography. It is all our own photography and our own moon videos. And we are big moon gazers. We enjoy that so much. We each have our own Nikon camera, and we enjoy taking those pictures. And I have to say, Doug is better at getting those really, 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 really close-ups. He's much better at that than I am. Let's see here. All right, there's Lily T. Good morning. Good morning. Right. Hey, there's Kings Gold, New York. Good morning. I'm scrolling and looking here. Oh, when will you tell us your surprise? Oh, I am I? Yes, I already know. I already know what the surprise is. And are you sending me a picture? Or do you want me to share that little video you sent me? What would you like, young lady? It's a good surprise. You're going to like it. There's New Horizons and Above. Good morning. Let's see here. I'm scrolling if you wonder what I'm doing, so hold on. All right. Right there. Okay. Lily knows the surprise. Oh, so Sandra's getting ready to get an iron infusion, and I hope you feel better too. I hope you feel better too. Absolutely. I'm behind him. I'm working my way down here, and I'll get to her instructions here in just a few seconds. Not 1 second, but just a few seconds. Let's see here. There's Inspired to Wander. Good morning. Thank you so much for being here. Let's see here. Scrolling. There's my ones. And if you ever see those in my chat and wonder, what is that? Ones let me know that when I go live that you can see me, but also that you can hear me. Because tell you what, people call it a rookie mistake, but I'm going to tell you, it is so easy to do. Just start going and you're muted. Because when you first start, you probably might have an intro or something going on and you're muted. And then you forget to unmute. I've done that. So I've also gone through my whole intro and not pushed the live button before. More than once, twice, more than 3. You know. Let's see here. Lily says French vanilla is the creamer I use. That's my go-to. But this Italian sweet cream is really good. I'm still a French vanilla girl, though. Let's see. And the pecan caramel coffee. Delicious. Yes, I will. I'm going to get down here to the bottom. You may have told me what to do here. Nancy says Italian sweet cream is the only creamer I use once in a while. Yum. And there's that link for Steve's live Desert Adventures in Arizona, live 1 hour after me. There's Debbie F. Good morning. Good morning. And the Bud Files. Good morning. And let's see. Oh, that's a good idea. That's a really good idea. I do pour over coffee a lot because it's so good. Let's see. DJ says we have painted pumpkins on the Fuzzy Adventures and More channel. All right, so check out both of those channels. DJ is New Horizons Above and Beyond, as well as Fuzzy Adventures and More. Let's see. Oh, my pumpkin finally was fed to the goats who thought it was a treat. That was Nancy. Nancy says, I like the hat and the braid hook. Look, not hook. It's a hook. Thank you for liking my hat and my braid look. Thank you, thank you. I knew what you meant. I knew what you meant. Oh, hair. I like the hair and the braid look. I just took that to be hat with an extra letter. Okay, share that video. All right, I will do that happily because it's a good surprise. It's a good surprise. Let's see here. Sandra says, I've started doing videos and hadn't hit the record button. I thought I hit the record button and didn't. What I did is I was recording when I didn't mean to, and then when I hit record, it turned it off. Yeah, all sorts of things can happen. Nancy says, me too. Steve has too. All right, I'm almost to the bottom of this chat. My favorite coffee is camp coffee. Yes, yes, yes. All right. We have a surprise here. And I'm probably going to show it more than once because, oh, you already messaged me asking me and I didn't see your message. Let's sure my volume's up. Is my ringer on? Well, that's because my phone was on vibrate. Well, I don't want to turn the ringer on right now while I'm live. Okay. Oh, wrong place. Here we go. Okay. Now I'm going to play it twice. Let's see.
Surprise.
Wait, let me shut my blinds.
Welcoming your new friend.
Wait. Shut my blinds because that's all you see on the reflecting on my phone. Okay. Let's try that again. So she has a new friend. Check it out. Oh, there you can see it. See that little baby right there? All right. Where's the play button? There it is.
Surprise. Welcoming your new friend. His name's Ryder.
Isn't that a doll? He's a little Boston Terrier. His name is Ryder. I'm so happy for you. Congratulations on your new fur baby. Look at that baby. I saw him open his eyes and look at you when you were telling us. So, I can't wait to see some videos of your new baby. She said he's 3 years old and she's already in love. Awesome. I'm so happy about that. Let's see. We're going to look at him again because that's just precious. Whoop, wrong. Let's see. She says he's a sweetheart.
Surprise. Welcoming your new friend. His name's Ryder.
You see that look? I love it. That is wonderful. That is wonderful. Let's see here. All right. We've got New Horizons dropping a channel link if you type in exclamation point awesome with no spaces. Then some magic happens. Ta-da! Nightbot will drop your link for you, so everyone is welcome to do that. Ta-da! And there's Lily's channel link right there. Oh, and there's DJ on Fuzzy Adventures and more. And ta-da! And there it is right there. Thank you very much for liking and sharing out our video, which reminds me, we are almost to 1,900 subscribers, and our goal, just because we have a goal, our goal is to reach 2K by the end of the year. So we'll see. If we don't make it, it's no big deal, because we're still going to end further than we were in the beginning of the year. So very excited, and sharing us out is going to help us get there. So we always appreciate that. DJ forgot to hit record yesterday on the tablet. Your tablet's doing very well on your videos. My hat, I got that light coming in here on the top of my hat. Adjust my hat. So there's the little dog's name is Ryder. Yep. Sweet little baby. He's adorable and very shy right now, but he'll come out of that very quickly. Very quickly. Hey, there's Jenny's Point. Good morning. Thank you for being here. Let's see here. Hold on just a moment while I go do something over here. Okay, we're going to come up from there. All right. Sandra says he's snoring right now and he peed on my husband in the middle of the night. It's an adjustment period, right? It's an adjustment period, and things like that'll happen in the beginning, but he'll calm down. He'll get it together. Congrats on the beautiful doggy. 3 years old. Aw, Sandra says, I cried before I got him because I felt guilty. There's nothing to feel guilty about. Chubbs and Copper are happy that you have him because he can be there with you and keep you company. Let's see here. Don't forget that I have coffee. Let's see here. I'm scrolling. DJ's also working on 2K. Getting to 2K. Nice. Yeah, Nancy says, Sandra, he just needs time to adjust, and so do you. Looking forward to seeing more of him. Me too. He is so adorable. There's Ringo and Czar. Good morning. Thank you so much for being here. I was wondering about that. 11 years sober, you guys. She met another year's goal. So happy and proud of you. I recognized that timing. Let's see. Ryder was marking his new daddy. He's mine now. Let's see. Oh, King's Gold got a ton of work done in the yard yesterday. Things like moving trailers around and organizing and piling wood and various masonry blocks. That's good. That's a lot of work. That is a lot of work. Okay, I'm going to put this here, and we're going to take care of some business real quick, y'all. So let's get over here and see what's going on over here. What's going to happen? Well, here it is. Okay. It is 42 degrees in my part of northern Missouri this morning. And that's where we're going to be for the next week. Our highs are going to be in the 50s. Our lows are going to be in the 40s and 30s for the rest of the week. So our warm spell of 3 days of being in the 70s, gone. But it's okay. It's okay. And you can hear my voice. I got some things going on here. I'm a little pale. Fighting some sinus stuff and then allergies because I worked out in the yard yesterday. And we'll talk about that in a minute. And today, Doug and I are taking the day off. We're not going to sort. We're not going to move anything. We're not going to clean out anything. We're just going to take a break today. Today is our after work. We're just going to relax. That's the goal. And if that means we're going to sleep, nap, or just sit with our feet up and watch a movie or something, that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. We're having spaghetti for supper. And we're back to having menus for the week. And actually, I don't mind that at all because it lets me just get up and know what I'm cooking for the day. And due to my work schedule, Tuesdays is always crockpot meal. And have you guys had corn chowder before? I've been looking at recipes and it sounds really good based on the ingredients to the recipe I saw online. I think I'm going to really like it. So we're going to try it. We're going to try it. And that's something that was in the crockpot recipes. Because Tuesdays I work till 6:30. I start teaching at 3. I work till 6:30 teaching private music lessons. And then we're live at 7. So supper for Doug and I is after 8 p.m. on Tuesdays. And Mom needs to eat before that. So if I crock pot, any of us can eat anytime we want to. No one but me has to wait till 8 o'clock for supper. And if they want to go ahead and eat. So that's the plan. And I like having the menus made up. But so I have to keep a list of the groceries I put away and a list of what the menus are, or I forget. All right, let's come over here and see some of your comments over here. Let's find where I was. So it's 42 here. You're welcome. You're welcome. Let's see. It's going to be 65 here today. Sandra says we have rain. Steve and Oki are at 50 degrees right now. Only 69 for the high today. We'll be in the 50s here. Debbie F says it's 35 right now. High of 47. Going to be in the 40s all week. And it was 67 on Saturday. On Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, we had a day of 78. We had a day of 75 and a day of 72. Yesterday was in the 50s, but it was still nice to be outside. It wasn't windy. 50 degrees can be a nice 50 degrees, but if it's windy, it can feel a lot colder than that. Tomorrow is going to be 72 there. It's going to be cold here. Rainy day here today in the 50s. Nightbot reminding you, you're amazing. You're amazing. Oh, yeah, you got to watch out for that rotten wood with bugs. Yes. 51 right now and rainy all darn day. I certainly will. All right, you go get set up. See you 1 hour after me. We'll see Steve on his live out in the desert with a couple of friends. Well, let's see here. Sandra says, my husband loves clam chowder. Me, nope. I don't even like the smell of it. Debbie says, I love corn chowder. Maybe you can share the recipe if you guys like it. I can do that. I certainly can. But you probably have to remind me to do that. See, there's Sandra sharing her link. And it's ta-da! And there it is right there. King's Gold says 32 degrees and it feels like 22. High of 36. And the snow should be about done for today. Ooh, we don't have snow yet. There's Rose Kind. Good morning. Thanks for being here. Lily does DoorDash, and she said, we delivered to a person yesterday, and her name was Ava. My husband thought about you. That is awesome. Let's see here. Everybody's saying good morning. Oh, Rose got a couple of inches of that white stuff. Got a couple of inches. Yeah. Goodness. All right, we're going to put this in here. And then I'm going to come over here. No, I'm going to come over here. Where am I going? I don't know, but life's always an adventure. All right. So what's going on? What's up? Well, what's up is right now I'm still drinking my pecan caramel coffee with Italian sweet cream in it, and it's delicious. We got some pods for the coffee maker and for the Keurig machine. We had to find that Keurig machine because we didn't have supplies for it yet. Doug got it on sale for $20 back like 5 months ago when they were on sale for some reason. He got one, and now I've had my first cup. Now I got to tell you, making only one cup, lickety split in less than 1 minute, has its appeal. It really does, because I love flavored coffees. Doug likes some flavored coffees, and now I don't have to make half a pot of coffee or a whole pot of coffee of flavored coffee. I can just make my cup of flavored, and he uses the regular coffee pot, and he can have what he wants, and I got what I want, and everybody's happy. All right. And another thing that's coming up real soon is on November 26th is Challenge Day. That's a Wednesday. So Challenge Day, what happens on Challenge Day is, let me come over here and change my banner to this one right here. That is our email right here. It's our channel name, Ava Potterfield and Friends @gmail.com. So what you do, no videos, please, only photos. But the challenge is just moving your body, walking, exercise. If you're out filming somewhere, whatever you're doing and you're out moving, or indoors moving. I know I move my body and exercise just as much indoors as I do outside, due to cold or what I'm doing that day. If I don't have time to actually go somewhere and walk, then I just walk here in the house and walk in place, or I exercise, or I walk on the treadmill or my exercise bike, or do stretching. And don't forget about stretching. That counts too. So for the challenge, what are we looking for? Well, we're looking for pictures, maybe some selfies of you wherever you are moving your body. If you're outside and you have things to show us that you saw outside, different things like that. And just send your picture, tell us what you were doing. That's it right there. And looking forward to that very much so. And yesterday. So tell us in the chat what's going on where you are. yesterday I've showed you these before. Yesterday we planted them. Yesterday it was almost 60 degrees. It was about 55, I think is what it was. So we planted how many? 25 daffodil bulbs. We planted 20. I'm not going to say this right. And many, whatever. Those, there's the name right there. Planted 20 of these. This is supposed to be a butterfly flower. Yeah. And we planted 10 of these. And then another more of a variety pack. Same thing. So there's how many? 14. So there's 28 of these. And we planted them all in one garden. So I'll have a spring garden now that's all that's in that garden is spring flowers. And hopefully I'll be adding to it as we go. So I'm excited about that. And then while I had Doug available to help me, we went, now I had on my sun protective clothing and my sun hat. So I didn't have any reactions while I was outside. And we deadheaded. And if you don't know what that means we cut. Wildflowers will go to seed because a lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of what I grow reseeds itself and the seeds drop. And that's where your new plants come from. But if you cut that part off, what you call the head, and you cut it, that's called deadheading, removing that. And I put them in plastic baggies. So I cut purple coneflowers. I cut those little white daisies. I cut the yellow daisies. And then I took each one of those, my bag of purple coneflower heads, and I planted those in the ground. Now, yes, this time of year, a lot of the seeds have already fallen. But I specifically looked for some with just a few seeds in there because, even if it's only got one seed in it, that's a plant. Next year, I'll do it in a more timely manner before the seeds start to fall. And then we planted, I just cut off stems on the little white daisies. They grow in a cluster of blooms. Like here's the stem, and it'll have a flower, right? So I cut off that little branch there and planted that whole branch. And I planted those where I wanted them to be. And then the yellow daisies grow the same way. So I did the same thing for that, and I planted those where I want them to be. I planted according to height because the way my wildflower garden is supposed to be is purple coneflowers with the white daisies behind them, the yellow daisies behind the white daisies, and the goldenrod behind everything else because it's the tallest, right? Now, my goldenrod is not wild. Well, it did come up as wild goldenrod, but it's tended to. So my goldenrod in my garden is like 7-8 feet tall. They're tall. And they're all for the butterflies and the bees. And besides bees, there's other pollinator plant insects that come to the flowers that need that pollen and nectar. So I plant that garden for them, specifically for the bees, specifically. The butterflies are an added joy I love to see in the garden. And last year I saw bumblebees. The year before that, it's like, where are the bumblebees? But this last summer, I saw bumblebees again. So I was very happy about that. We also have some milkweed, and I'm getting ready to take that garden out to make a new parking spot. So I will have to relocate some milkweed because that is so important for the monarch butterflies. And there's something else. I don't know what they're called. They're orange and black. They look kind of like a wasp, but they're not a wasp. I forget what they're called. I looked it up once just to be sure it wasn't anything that was going to be, detrimental. And so I've got two things, and one is the monarchs. And so I grow that milkweed for them. And they also draw butterflies and bees. In fact, that's their favorite thing is the milkweed. So I'll need to relocate some of that. And so right as of right now, we are ready for spring and the flower gardens that come with springtime. All right, let me get over here. I've been talking. Let's go see. Did I put a marker in? I don't know if I did or not. Here we go. All right, right there. Maybe Steve will be shoveling snow instead of sunshine. Yeah, Tim's King's Gold is talking about the drains and the freezing weather. It's going to be cold. Going to be cold. Yeah, they're going to come back up. Let's see. Okay, Rose says, I think we're talking about the Keurig, that the pot cleaning solution is usually cheaper at Walmart. Okay, I will look for that. I remember you telling me about the cleaning solution. I will look for that because this is like my fourth cup of coffee, and I want it to stay nice and fast on making the coffee. First ice and snowstorm on Thanksgiving. Let's see. Chair yoga. There you go. Absolutely. Chair yoga is wonderful. It is. And maybe during this challenge, I'll share with you the new exercise I'm doing. That is, I'm like, that's too good to be true. That's it. I'm going to do it. Just to know it doesn't work. But guess what? It works. And it's, yeah. It's yucky outside, so walking is at work, and that's okay. That's okay. And I know you probably can't use your camera at work, but you can show us going into work or getting out to go to work, right? Just a picture. Right. That's right. Spring and fall are always busy, especially fall, preparing for winter. Rose says, weightlifting is my cup of tea. I enjoy weightlifting as well. And I used to anyway before I got so puny. Let's see. Oh, still fighting Pippi's rash. Oh, my goodness. Oh, I'll keep her in my prayers still. Sandra's going to try to do a 5K next year. You will rock it. You will rock it. PSV Odyssey, good morning, driving and listening. Thank you for being here. Aw, spring flowers. Spring flowers. Let's see. Scrolling. See, considering scooting to town on that new scooter to return some things, refundables. All right. Let's see. It's always exciting to see new flowers. She-Devil Adventures. Good morning, Tommy. Thanks for being here. Let's see. Let's see here. Oh, look at that. I got happy people in the chat. Well, you know what happens when we're happy around here. I'm happy. All right. I'm happy too. I'm having a good day. I hope you all are too. Hey, I'm going to run my membership thank you reel. We have two types of memberships. We have Patreon memberships. We have 3 Patreon members, and we have channel members. The main difference in the two, if you want to become a member and you haven't yet, is we want you to get the membership you want. Okay, so here's the difference. Patreon members see our videos first and they get links to my blog. Channel members, you get the badge by their name and member emojis they can use in the chat. So there's the difference in the two. I always want to be sure everybody knows that so they get the one they want, right? All right, here we go. So we're so grateful for our members, and here they are. Yes, I'm dancing. I always dance to that. And a special thank you to everyone who comes to our lives, who's in the live chat. You make it so much fun to be here and be live. Thank you, everybody who's watching, but not watching the live, but not in the chat. We appreciate you so much as well. And thank you, everyone who watches our replays and our videos. Now, I haven't put out a video for a little bit, but I'm going to get back on it. Doug was just reminding me of this yesterday. I threatened to teach him how to edit, but it's my job. So I will get on it. All right. So thank you to everybody. Thank you so much. And thank you, everybody, for the super chats, the super stickers, and the PayPals. Yes, that is a threat at our house. Don't make me show you how to edit. I'm kidding, you guys. I'm kidding. Somebody out there is going to take me serious. You know, that happens to me a lot. My humor gets me in trouble because not everybody gets my sense of humor, or they take my jokes seriously like that. Y'all know better, hopefully. But yeah, my sense of humor sometimes gets me in trouble. Let's see. I think I'll go back to my chat. That's where I think I'm headed right now. Back to my chat. So let's looky here. Hey, there's North American Traveler's Edge. Hello, Nate. Thanks for being here. Please tell Paula hello for us. Pet all the fur babies. All the fluffies. And let's see, I'm scrolling. Let's see. Scrolling. Okay. All right, here we go. I'm going to put this in here. That is a good one. My humor is often wasted or beyond what others think is funny. Well, Duck and I also watched a movie one time, and one of the things that was funny in this movie is they'd say, "What's the matter with you?" And the person would go, "I don't know." And so we got to where we thought that was funny, and it was kind of an inside joke because it was a movie reference, right? Well, That got us in trouble, or at least me. Nobody minded him saying it to me, but when I said it to him, like everybody's eyebrows went up and the eyes kind of squinted. You're being mean to Doug? You better not be being mean to Doug. I was not being mean to Doug, but we have since quit saying that unless we're home alone. What's the matter with you? I don't know. Oh my gosh, right? Ryder, who is Sandra's new puppy, well, he's 3 years old, but we still call him a puppy. I call him a puppy. I'm we. Okay. I still call my dogs puppies, and they're over a year old. I need to get Ryder a raincoat and a sweater. Aww. Nancy's asking, what does Ryder weigh? I love Boston Terriers. I just love them. They're so sweet and they're just adorable. Let's see here. Okay, what else? Was I supposed to tell y'all anything else? Have I remembered everything? Oh, no, I'm going to... Everybody cross your fingers that I don't spill this. I'm not going to go anywhere near my computer. Doug got me flowers. Flowers. I can buy myself flowers, but I didn't because Doug bought these. I do buy myself flowers once in a while, but Doug came home with these, and Mom got some flowers too. We were very happy. He's a sweetheart. I like it. So it's on my desk, and I'm in front of a window. I'm going to go way around my computer in case I spill that water. There we go. Okay. Oh, I never opened my blinds back up, but that's okay. That's all right. Let's see here. She thinks 10 pounds, 20 at the most. Yes, I'd love to see him standing up. He was napping during that video, right? A full body picture. Absolutely. Nomadic camping with endless weekends. Hello. Thanks for being here and welcome. Welcome. Let's see here. I'm scrolling down. All right. Just wanted to drop a like and a comment. Thank you very much. I appreciate it very, very much. Very much. Beautiful flowers. Doug is sweet. He is. He is. He is. Let's see, he's tiny compared to Chub and Copper, right? And that takes a little bit of getting used to also, because I went from Dobermans and American Bulldogs that are also tall, my Dooley dog, Dooley, and my Doberman Cookie to Chihuahua. Now, that was a drastic change. But I'll tell, and I love my dogs. I love my Beagle dog and I love my Chihuahua dog. But I tell you what, I'd have another Doberman right now. I was getting ready after my Doberman passed, Cookie. I was getting ready after Scooter passed away. I was getting ready to get another Doberman when the landlord here, we rent the ground we're on, changed the rules to no dogs over 35 pounds unless you already had it. So I didn't get my Doberman. And then we met Buddy. Remember Buddy? And he was such a blessing. He's such a blessing. And then Stevie and Mojo moved in. We found Mojo and Stevie, and I am very happy with my little dogs. Very happy with my little dogs. But it was very different in the beginning. Nightbot saying, you're always amazing. Yeah, with Ryder, they can pick him up and bring him down the stairs because Boston Terriers are just the perfect size for picking up and carrying. Absolutely. Saying hi to Woody at Nomadic Camping. Right? Yeah, I miss seeing Buddy too. But my neighbor cried yesterday, but over what I'm getting ready to say. Y'all know this already, but little Buddy, we found him on the road. He was bloody. He'd almost got hit several times. We thought he was sick. We got out to catch him and call animal control because we thought he was sick. We weren't sure what was going on, but it was after hours, and when we got up to him, we could tell he was old and he was blind. He was an elder dog and he was blind, and that's why he was bloody, is he was running into things. And that's why he wasn't watching for traffic, is he was blind, but he could hear the traffic and he was going toward the cars. And that just made us feel like somebody had dumped him there. And so we brought him home, and he was so sweet. We just wrapped him in a blanket because it was wintertime, y'all. It was like 30-some degrees. And he was a Chihuahua, and so he was cold, and so we put a towel in the dryer and got it out, and so he had a warm towel, and then we switched him to a blanket, and then he went to sleep, and he had some food and water, and he healed up, but he had some emotional healing to do as well, and he was just the sweetest thing. We ended up keeping him. I called the shelter and let them know I have this dog. I sent them a picture, but I said and I called animal control as well, but in case someone was looking for him. But I said, I'm not bringing him in as a shelter drop off. I'm going to keep him here. And because if you remember, our dog Scooter also was blind. So I was already taking care of my own elder dog that I'd had since a puppy. And he's so sweet. He's so sweet. And so it was not such a big ordeal for me to take care of this older blind dog because I was already taking care of my own. And they said, that's fine. And they knew me too. And so at the shelter, they have a 7-day hold waiting for someone to come looking for him. So I kept him. I technically fostered him for 7 days, and then he was ours. We kept him. So, but he died in our arms. We could tell it was close to time. We didn't know it was the time, but we knew it was could be any time. And so we were giving him some extra care, and we were rocking him in the rocking chair. And I went and got Doug, and I said, it is time. It is time. Why don't you rock him a while? So I had already rocked him for an hour, and then Doug had already rocked him for 2 hours in the rocking chair. He's wrapped up in his blanket. We're hugging him. And then I took back a turn of rocking him, and he died in my arms. He passed away in my arms. And what a wonderful way for that to happen. I mean, it's always hard, and it's never good when it happens, and it's so emotionally painful, and your heart breaks, just breaks. But what a wonderful way for him to pass in our arms, knowing he was loved, right? And he was a wonderful dog. But my other pups, Mojo and Stevie, they helped me so much. They helped me through that so much. and they were already here, and otherwise it would have been much harder for me. But they just kind of took care of me. Animals are very tuned in to our emotions and how we feel. Plus, we'd also let them see that Buddy had passed, so they didn't wonder where he was, so they could say goodbye. And so they were aware of what happened, and they just took care of me. And what a help. And our animals are some of our best friends, right? And that unconditional love, no matter if we've had a bad day, they love us anyway. If things didn't go right, they love us anyway, right? When we're happy, they love us. When we're sad, they love us. When we're mad, they love us. When other people are mad at us, they still love us, right? So they're wonderful, wonderful companions and friends, and as well as cats. I love cats as well. Cats are, I was going to say, cats are almost even more tuned in than dogs are. But it just depends on if you're a cat person or a dog person. Some people are one or the other. I'm both. Doug is both. Yeah. I know. Me too. Well, he was a joy, and what we found out is, we needed him just as much as he needed us, because we didn't know anything was missing until he showed up, and then we're like, oh my gosh, we're so glad he's here. Lily says, I believe when Bear came to me, he knew I needed him, right? Yeah. All right, we're praying for you. It's got to get to that appointment. Animals listen without judgment. Absolutely. Oh, you guys. It's all right. They're happy memories. Very happy memories. They do. And so far, all of our animals have liked our music. Buddy never howled about our music. He never resisted our music. He would sit right here in the back of my chair while we played music. And Mojo and Stevie, of course. The only thing that they have reacted to is my Irish whistle, my really, really high notes, which are like ears splitting anyway, even to me when I'm playing them. Those are the ones they've reacted to a little bit. Other than that, if I'm having whistle practice and I'm practicing high note songs, which I have to, because if you don't practice your high notes, they flub out on you when you're playing for someone, and that's not good. Oh. We all love each other's pets, and that is special. It is. You're welcome. And it is time to get going. I'm sorry about going down a reminiscing lane there for a minute. Nomadic Camping says, I have a 50-pound dog and a 12-pound dog. So I went from 88-pound Doberman to 4.5-pound Chihuahua and 22-pound Beagle. They're actually brothers. They're half Chihuahua, half Beagle, so we call them Chiweagles. Chihuahua, Eagle for Beagle. Weagles. For Chihuahua, and Eagle, so Chiweagles. There are Chiweagles. Rose says my cat weighs 20 pounds. Oh my goodness. All right, so we need to wrap this up. Thank you all so much for being here and having some coffee for me this morning. We are manifesting that this day is going to be a good day, that everything's going to go great for Sandra at her doctor appointment and her infusion. And for new little baby Ryder, even though he's not a baby, he's 3 years old, That is Sandra's new fur baby named Ryder. He's a Boston Terrier and he's adorable. And I hope we're going to see a lot of him over there on her channel or in her shorts section. Um, Looking forward to it. And Miss Pippi is in our prayers to get better because we're all worried about her and this rash situation that she is experiencing right now. So prayers for all of us who need prayers, and it's okay if we need prayers to ask for prayers, right? Because knowing that we have support from one another sometimes is what gets us through the day. And I'm not even kidding, right? Knowing you have friends that care about you can get you right through your day. And it does for me a lot. So, on that note, I'll go right to it. You know where I'm going. Don't ever forget that you're an awesome and amazing individual, no matter what anybody says, no matter what the world throws at you. You keep being you. You are a blessing, and I am thankful for you. If you are struggling right now, boy, howdy, I've been struggling. If you are struggling, just know you are never struggling alone. You are never struggling alone, and that we can do hard things when we have to. You know, some struggles are bigger than others, but when it's happening to you, a struggle is a struggle, right? Hang on with all you've got. Never give up. Always, always know that you are never alone. Hang on with all you got. Never give in, never give up. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a wonderful day. Go to Steve's in 1 hour. If you would like to join us over there, we'd love to see you over there in the chat. Well, join us. I mean, I will be in the chat. I have nothing to do with the live other than sharing it here. And Steve is our friend and inviting you to go. So come join Steve at his live and join us in the chat. There, that worked better. And in 1 hour, the link is pinned to the top of the chat. And if somebody hasn't already just now dropped it, go ahead and do that as well. And we'll see you over there. Thanks for being here. Love you. Have a wonderful day.